Right, Overwatch 2, you basically know what our opinion was. Good game, really bad product. Then, it's all about how is Blizzard going to change this situation and end up making this game better, or will they end up not doing that? Will they end up misunderstanding their audience and not making the sorts of changes that they need to make? Well, the news is that Season 2 is coming, because yes, this game has 9-week-long seasons, which is kind of insane, to the point where people would really think, man, how is this even sustainable from a development perspective? Yet it does sort of seem to be. Overwatch 2 has got a new vice president that has extensive live service gaming experience. They've talked about changes they want to make, and while Season 3 will be the main opportunity for larger changes, Season 2 does represent them course-correcting in whatever way they think is reasonable. And that's why today we're going to talk about the end of Season 1, Season 2, and basically, do they get it? How will it be going? Well, they are ending Season 1 by trying to boost some of that engagement. Yeah, so hey, new login rewards. If you log in between the 22nd and 27th, you'll get the Junker Queen highlight intro. And if you do it between November 27th and December 1st, so if you're a monthly active user in these 2 months, then you'll also get, a Kiriko highlight intro. Wow. Also, there's double XP! But it's match XP, which is actually pretty tiny in comparison to, how you actually get XP in the game, meaning that really it's not that massive. And also, because we're talking about inorganic growth, Twitch drops. Basically, they're throwing the kitchen sink at this one, saying, please become log in, please. Well, just whatever. Take a highlight intro, log into the game. That's how they're doing things. And I suppose in the position that they're in, can you really blame them for just trying to, use the tools that they've got to make number go up? Of course, a lot of us would say, well, the problem is, yeah, these are the tools that they've got, and these shouldn't be the tools. Well, let's get into things then. So, Season 2, what's the crack with that? Okay, begins December 6th. There's a new escort map, which, hey, I really like the maps in this game. That's actually great. A new time-limited mode called Battle for Olympus. All right, me and Matt both sat down here and we told you guys about how much we thought the new Halloween event was actually basically slapped. It was really fun. It was really fun. It was really well designed. It was actually hard. That thing, they make these things hard if you do them the harder difficulty. It was like genuine, great, good quality game design. Of course, we've got Winter Wonderland coming back. We've got Year of the Rabbit coming back. There is Ramatra, who is a new tank. There is, of course, a battle pass that is themed around the Greek pantheon. And, of course, all new cosmetics, new bundles in the shop every week. Wow! I'm so excited. And, of course, Twitch drops, because it's all about that inorganic growth. Hey, why have someone earn something by playing your game, then just have them watch Twitch instead? All right, cool. I love modern gaming. Now, there is one thing here that's pretty good. Season 2. New map. New mode. Probably pretty fun mode. Other modes coming back. New hero. That's quite a lot of shit to do. Okay. Okay, so this will likely be another 2-month-long season. That'll mean that, Season 3, that'll be happening sometime very early in the new year. We'll probably be learning about it at the very start of the new year. It's quite interesting. Now, to get us started off, we've got Ramatra here, who is the new tank. Of course, if you've been following this game, you would know that really they need to get tank issues sorted. You've got off-tank characters like Roadhog that just feel, or Junker Queen maybe, you just feel like a little bit different in how this game overall is now that it's a one-tank experience. Of course, this is obviously all within the context that tanks are experiencing, really brutal queues to play the game, and even if you're enjoying playing Overwatch 2, having a 5 to 8 minute queue, maybe even more than that sometimes, before you can play your next match, that feels pretty shit. So, the lore here is that Ramatra is the leader of the Omnic faction Null Sector, that is the bad robot faction that you'd be fighting in the PvE stuff in Overwatch 1. Former friends with Zenyatta, but he fights to have his people treated like people, rather than, living in the slums that are kind of depicted on maps like King's Row. To use a very simplified analogy, he is isolationist Magneto, while you have a assimilationist Professor Xavier in Zenyatta, right? So that's kind of like the setup of these characters. This is them trying to basically put a third playable faction in the game, right? So they want to have, I guess, more storytelling opportunities there that maybe can just make their world feel a little bit, a little bit better. Right, now from a gameplay perspective, though, he's also Blizzard trying to dig themselves out of a very tank-shaped hole, right? Because we have a bit of a thing where off-tanks are no longer seen as really valuable, as valuable. Ramatra is kind of built as a tempo tank, right? So he can switch forms between Omnic and Nemesis mode, basically changing himself between offense and defense. It means that overall he's quite an ambitious design. He is not... I mean, you could call Kiriko, Sojourn, and Junker Queen comparatively simple. This guy really does have quite a lot going on. So I think it's one of those situations, and even something that came out with Sojourn. People are like, Sojourn, is this character meant for Valorant players? I wonder, Blizzard, they want the esports to be better. They probably want to, like, increase the skill cap of some of these things. Maybe they're trying to experiment going in that direction. Something like that. Kind of hard to say. But basically, he does feel like he's very much designed for a one-tank, 5-player team size game. Now, the reactions, I'd say, are mixed. He has an interesting set of powers. People are maybe concerned about complexity. Again, that's that problem with Overwatch having... Look, versus Valorant or CSGO, Overwatch is a very broad church, right? Because you have players who came in to play characters like Widowmaker and Hanzo. Then you had players who came in with characters like Winston and Mercy, which allowed a player that didn't have the Twitch aiming skills to, like, still play vital... sort of tactical roles in a game like this. And that was one of the massive strengths. Though certainly if you're playing Reinhardt, you maybe will feel a little bit threatened. Okay, there's that. We got the Shambali map, which, hey, it's probably pretty good. It's another Nepalese map that this time is meant for the push modes. There's also a map pool change for the season, where Rialto and Blizzard World are coming back, Oasis and Nepal are changing times of day, and then Hollywood and Gibraltar are actually off for the season. So there you go, they're trying to shake those things up. Also, in terms of balance then, right? Both metrics and player feedback have shown that Sojourn is dominating the highest competitive tiers while remaining a challenge for players without the same mechanical skills. To basically address this, they're focusing on the lethality of the railgun at a distance for Season 2, encouraging people to make use of her high mobility to close the distance for more devastating right clicks, right? So they're shortening her range a bit. Doomfist is also getting large changes to better support basically a frontline role in the game, and also adjustments to Ana, Bastion, Junker Queen, Kiriko, Mercy, and Symmetra, right? Okay, good, that's what people wanted to see. But let's talk about the business model then. What's the deal with this battle pass? Is it going to be bullshit? Are they going to continue the mistakes they've made in the past? So, it's themed after Greek mythology. I mean, that appeals to me personally. I love antiquity, basically. So it would appeal to me. Now, the assumption then is that Ramatra will basically be the same situation as with Kiriko, so get it instantly if you buy the premium, or it will be on the free track. We've got the Mythic skin, which is a Zeus Junker Queen. There are earnable legendary skins, including a Poseidon Ramatra and a Hades Farah. There's also the new limited time mode, Battle for Olympus, which will have 3 skins. So there'll be 3 limited time modes with Winter Wonderland and is the Chinese New Year one? But there is some good news here. Each event this season will have a skin as a reward that you can earn simply by jumping in the fun and completing challenges. Wow. It's an innovation in gaming. Now, this does include an epic Ice Queen Brigitte, a legendary Winged Victory Mercy, and a legendary Kakashi Echo, which, look, that all, or Kachi, who knows, that all sounds awesome. That's good. That's an improvement. And it basically means that, like, you'll have something that feels like real value versus the utter clown show that was the way they monetized the Halloween event, which was a pity because the event itself was really fun, and then the business came in and fucked it. Oh dear. Of course, though, this is some stuff for the non-legacy players because these are Overwatch 1 skins that have been hastily returned as rewards for events. So basically it means that they made the old skins free rewards for these challenges rather than choosing to, do it for the newly designed pool of things for the event. So no, need to do better. They probably know that, and I imagine this is just a quick reaction rather than a concerted long-term plan. I think you'll get the concerted long-term plan with Season 3. Players who then, because we want to know how we actually unlock a character like Kiriko, like what if you just start playing the game now, or, it somehow magically turns out to be good in like 6 months, and you want to come in and maybe play a character like Ramatra, or Kiriko? How do you unlock them? Do you just buy them? Well, players who missed out on unlocking Kiriko in Season 1 or brand new people starting Season 2 can unlock new heroes by selecting the challenge for the hero they want to unlock, which sends you into the practice range to learn their abilities and ultimately challenges you to win games of Overwatch. If you want to skip, you can buy them. Interesting. I mean, the first half of this sounds very reasonable and easy. I do wonder how many wins they're going to want. So how grindy will this be? Because the value proposition of the direct purchase is to skip the grind that Blizzard have created, you know, not just learning their abilities in the practice range. So basically, the thing that will convert to sales is how many games you've got to win. And that's what we'll need to find out. Now, there's a lot of things missing, you know? There's a lot of things that we would have wanted to change. If you watched our video about our suggestions of how to make the game better, basically not a whole lot of that is there. Right? I mean, this is a quick reaction. I mean, take a look at these comments. I love the part where Blizzard didn't nerf the skin price. It's truly an Overwatch 2 moment. Because, you know, the skins are stupid expensive. Nothing in that. I love the part where Reaper said it's in the Battle Pass and shot Ramatra, thus banishing him to level 55 in the Battle Pass. Truly an outstanding Overwatch 2 moment. And that's the thing. It overall seems that they do have a consistent baseline of content that I would say is what they need for a successful live service. And I think that's why Overwatch 2 has been frustrating to so many of us. I think that's why a lot of these videos have really resonated with people, because you can actually see that in so many ways they've got the goods. They have the gameplay, they have the maps, it is becoming more clear they have the content cadence. But all the inherent problems of the monetization exist. The shop exists. The way the shop is working out still is, you know, still is a problem. They've not fixed, it seems, the fundamental issues. They're just trying to juice what they've got a little bit more. What I want to hear, Blizzard, is Season 3. It must feel very different to Season 1 and 2. You know? It has to. I don't know how you guys are going to do this, but I mean, the skins are too expensive. The way all this shit's been handled is it's just not, it's not good. Again, good game, bad product. They still need to make it not a bad product. With Season 2, I think it's a slightly better product, but it doesn't change the categorization of it as a product, which to me still is, you know, bad. Now that said, depends on who you are. Me, as a gamer, I rarely care about skins. Honestly, I just don't care about that shit. So, I mean, what I'd want is better competitive rewards. I'd want better, you know, a feeling of climbing the ranks in competitive. You know, I'm happy to just go and enjoy the game for its, you know, own intrinsic reasons. So it's fine for me. But for how they've taught players to play Overwatch and stuff like that, yeah, there is still severe room for improvement. Well, that's putting it charitably. So, what do you think? Is this enough to bring you back, I guess? It's interesting, you know, we've got the new Halo stuff happening where their Forge mode is coming out and absolutely slapping so goddamn hard. And, you know, I suppose it's an interesting tale of two premium shooters that went free to play, the problems that they've both faced. I guess, unlike Halo Infinite, you can at least say that Overwatch 2 does have more content. Who knows? What do you think? I really want Overwatch 2 to be good. I really want Halo Infinite to be good. Because at the end of the day, as much as it's fun to, you know, enjoy some schadenfreude at a game's expense, ultimately, we're gamers and we like games. So more games that are good is good. That's what I want. Okay, that's it for today's video. You can check out yesterday's. Man, there'll be some Diablo news popping soon, so stay tuned for that. All right, see you next time.